one of the things that we will put most use on the Nspire calculator is its ability to calculate statistics for us, particularly if we have a large number of items in our data and we don't want to have to do the calculations by hand. As you can see here, I have written out instructions for what you do to create or to find all the stats on the Nspire calculator here in the left column. And we're going to go through those steps. Part of this you already know or may remember from Algebra 2. If I go over here to my calculator, I have here shoe size data, close to, I hope, what we created in class and then lost this morning. So if I have shoe sizes entered here, and I want to calculate all the statistics on it, I want my calculator to find me mean, median, range, standard deviation, all those good numbers, I can do so with my calculator. The only thing it does not find for you is mode. So to do this, we need to simply ask it to do a calculation. So we're going to go menu. We're doing statistics, so it must be number 4. And then number 1, stat calculations. You are going to want to do, we are only calculating stats on one variable here, so you're taking the very first choice. You only have one list of numbers, so we're doing one variable stats. Okay, I only have in my spreadsheet at the moment one list, so I'm going to leave it that way. And then it's necessary for you to tell it the name of that list. So if you hit the arrow, and in this case I would select shoe size. You won't be changing anything else, just hit OK. And you'll notice that we have quite a bit of stuff added to this spreadsheet. And it's all written in your stat symbols. The first one is our symbol for mean. It's the sample mean, but as far as the calculator knows, it doesn't know whether this is sample or population because you just typed a list of numbers in it. So X bar is the more common symbol for mean, and so it's telling you the mean is about 10.4. As you proceed on down, you'll see sigma X, so we know the sum of the data, all the numbers added up, was 187.5. If you square all the data and add it up, that's what this next one gives. We use it to calculate a statistic called variance, which I won't be teaching you. Okay, now, the next two are the tricky two. You'll notice the first one is an S with an X. The second one is that good old whistle symbol. These are your two standard deviations. The first one, S, is for the sample standard deviation, as opposed to, on the bottom, you're doing population standard deviation. If you recall, the only difference is in population you divide by n, the total number of items. In sample you divide by n minus 1, or 1 less than the total number of items that you have. Moving on down, it tells me, n tells me there is 18 pieces of data. And then it's going to give me the data I need if I wanted to create quartiles and box and whisker plots. The minimum number in the data is 6. The first quartile is at 9, the median's at 10.75. The upper quartile, Q3, is at 11.5, and the maximum value in this set of data is 14. So you can see that you do get all the stats except mode, which is a bit disconcerting. Okay, about the only way you can get mode is to sort the data in order so that you can look down through the list and find the most frequent value. If you want to sort this data, the hard part is to remember that you must move your cursor over to the column where the datum is located. In fact, it's even better yet if you keep arrowing up to the top until you arrow up so far that it turns that column blue, so it knows that you want to sort that column. To sort that column, of course, it's going to be menu. Now, the problem is guessing where it is, but what we're performing an action on this data, so it's under action, number 1, and the very last choice is number 6, sort. Okay, it asks sort by, but unfortunately it only ever gives you the choice you have highlighted, so we're sorting column A, which is correct. It doesn't pick up shoe size, which I don't quite understand, but it doesn't. So instead we have to pick, we want to sort column A, hit OK, and it will now have put column A in order. You can see that our smallest number is 6, 7, 8.5. What I'm looking for is the mode, so I would have to scroll down through here. There's 3 10s, 3 11.5. So since we have 2 of both in this case, we would say our mode is 10 and 11.5, since we had 2 of them that had the same values, same number of items. So that would be finding all your calculations in your calculator, which you'll find incredibly useful when it comes time to do the analysis for your stat project.